So the concept of kaizen, which is a Japanese concept, is a system that's based on self-improvement continuously. But before we get there, though, how did I get to this wonderful concept? Well, the questions when we discussed last week's conversation about the morning routine and how to win the day, a lot of questions came about my core values, and I wanted to just kind of like talk about the values that I hold very close to my heart and that have helped me, succeed in life. So the concept of self-improvement is one of them. The concept can be called many different names. One of them is kaizen, which is that Japanese phrase. Some people call it lean sigma or six sigma and so on and so forth. But essentially, imagine a world where we're no longer worried about winning or losing. Where there's no stress about, hey, I'm coming to work today and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be the best employee, or I'm gonna be and no worry about I'm gonna be the worst employee either. What if everybody comes to work with the concept or the mindset of I'm here to improve every day, to learn something. And that improvement can be little, can be large, it can be instantaneous, it can be systematic, it can be planned. So that's what Kaizen is. Kaizen came out in the 1960s in a Toyota manufacturing system. And from being a very small car manufacturer and transforming into the largest car manufacturer up till 2 weeks ago when Tesla took over. In fact, hands down, Toyota makes more cars than anybody else in the world. And the success of Toyota as a company came from this concept of Kaizen. Kaizen can be as simple as a point Kaizen in which, say for example, I come into a room and I see something is broken. Okay, there's a broken cup on the floor. What do? Should I come in and just ignore it? Should I walk out and call the supervisor and say, hey, there's a broken glass on the floor? Or should I just, protect myself and clean it up? So if I step in the room with a mindset of I'm going to make this room better, I'm going to improve this room, what I'm going to do is pick up that piece of glass and throw it away. Or I see a piece of trash on the floor, a very simple concept. Another example that I use is, say, for example, you go to grocery shopping and you got a cart and you went to the store, you did your grocery, you paid for it, and then you took the cart to your car. You unloaded your grocery and you put it in your car. Now, one of the easiest way to know whether somebody has the ability to make the right decision at any given time is whether or not you choose to leave that cart right where you left it and drive away, or do you return the cart to the cart return space. So what I encourage my team members and my family and everybody that I'm with is to practice the system of continuous self-improvement. So what I tell people that I know, people that I'm close with, family members, team members, is stop worrying about winning and losing. Don't even worry, but focus on improving, getting better every day, learning something new, and making places and people around you better every day. At the end, we all win. It is not a fast route to succeeding. It does involve pulling everybody with us as we improve and we get better. And I think the foundation of this organization is based on that perpetual self-improvement. So the concept of Kaizen was designed originally to reduce failures and errors in systems. It is an industrial philosophy, but it can also be adapted to human interactions and human relationship. So Kaizen allows us to fail, but allows us to do a root cause analysis of every failure and find out how we can improve processes to make that failure less frequent or not even existent. There is within my understanding of kaizen, there's no punishment, there's no punitive action for failing, provided the principles of kaizen were applied during the process. So it's definitely failure tolerant, but the best way to answer that question is actually reduces failure than any other system that we have existing. Because if everybody, all actors, all employees, and all systems are designed to self-improve, you can imagine that the quality of services and products will improve, the quality of relationship will improve, and the number of failures will fall to almost non-existent. My concept of failure also ties into my understanding of open communication and brutal honesty. In our organization, we do not punish people for failing, provided they're very honest and forthcoming with the incidents or the factors that led to that failure. What we do not tolerate is lack of truthfulness or falsehoods, and hiding failures in such a way that we cannot improve on them. We understand Murphy's law that things are gonna fail, things are gonna go wrong, even as no matter how hard we try, but we truly want to improve the processes. So it does involve communications, admitting what happened, what are the events that led to that failure, and how do we improve them. Last week we talked about the morning routine and how to win the day. Today we talk about kaizen. I had a very funny question about coffee, the risks and benefits of coffee, and I'll be talking about that next week.